来者何人？竟敢闯本族仙境！
这些法宝与仙界的确颇有渊源，必要拿下。
困仙王，起！
真到了那危急关头，这定身术或有大用。
Ahead, a white city rose towering into view. Outside it, more than 100 cultivators hovered in mid-air, their faces filled with fear as they stared at the aura gathered in Wang Lin's hand. His cold gaze swept across the crowd. Among them were cultivators who had once followed him into the land of monster spirits, as well as many unfamiliar faces. One middle-aged man in blue robes caused Wang Lin's eyes to flicker slightly. The moment that man saw him, he instinctively avoided Wang Lin's gaze. His expression filled with helplessness, a blue lineage disciple of the heaven-defying sect. Make way. The calm words caused the crowd to scatter instantly. Their cultivation peaked only at soul transformation. Great perfection. How could they dare face an ascendant cultivator? Only one young man, relying on his backing, shouted angrily, but Wang Lin's icy gaze pierced him like a blade. Blood burst from the youth's mouth, and his words were cut off mid-sentence. Slaughter Chi materialized. The crowd gasped in terror and hurriedly retreated, revealing a straight path leading directly to the city. Kill him. A majestic voice thundered from within the city. A black shadow shot out, an immortal guard. Wang Lin continued walking forward, unhurried and composed. That steady bearing shook everyone present. The blue-robed disciple watched with a complicated expression. In such a short time, Wang Lin had not only reached the ascendant realm, but had also grasped his own Tao, an aura that reminded him of the all-seer Tian Yunzi. As the immortal guard approached, its divine ability transformed into a ferocious beast that lunged forward to devour him. Wang Lin raised his hand and extended a single finger. Shatter. Black light tore through space. The beast collapsed, and the immortal guard perished. One who had been forcibly raised to ascendant lacked the qualification to evade a true Tao-imbued strike. "Who are you?" The voice from the city grew heavy. Wang Lin did not stop walking. "You provoked me twice, and you still ask who I am." The old man inside the city changed expression upon hearing the name Wang Lin. Regret surged, and he hastily lowered his tone, proposing reconciliation. Wang Lin shook his head. 2 immortal guards are not enough to pay the price. Enraged, the old man roared and summoned 8 immortal guards. 8 figures appeared simultaneously, their ascendant realm auras surging as they sat cross-legged to form a formation, killing intent filling the heavens. Wang Lin's eyes turned icy. The immortal energy of the 8 immortal guards fused in mid-air, forming an illusory figure. The phantom gradually solidified, transforming into a middle-aged man, clad in immortal robes, long hair flowing, a green longsword in hand. Immortal might spread outward, and all surrounding cultivators knelt simultaneously. Lower realm cultivators pay respects to the immortal emperor. Wild laughter echoed from within the city. The old man proclaimed himself a cultivator of the immortal realm, threatening Wang Lin to leave or die. Wang Lin merely glanced at the phantom and raised his right hand. Heaven and earth darkened as the yellow springs descended from the sky like a collapsing celestial river, roaring forward. The 8 immortal guards spat blood as their immortal energy and life force were drained into the phantom. The sword had yet to strike, yet its pressure already shook Wang Lin's primordial spirit. Still, he did not retreat, he stepped forward instead. One step fell. All 8 immortal guards died instantly. The yellow springs swept across, and the immortal emperor's phantom shattered into nothingness. The oppressive terror vanished. An illusionary attack indeed, formidable. Wang Lin walked through the yellow springs, passing the 8 corpses and collecting their shattered jade. The white city immediately collapsed. The old man and 3 women rushed out, issuing a final furious threat. Wang Lin did not reply. He raised his hand and pointed, finger of annihilation. The old man hastily expelled immortal energy to block it, then gritted his teeth and produced a green jade. Immortal seed. The jade shattered into countless sharp green threads. The surrounding cultivators trembled in fear. Food for an immortal beast. The old man's face turned pale. Wang Lin slapped his storage pouch. The soul flag trembled as the soul of a Qilin roared into existence. At the sight of the immortal feed, its eyes lit up with ravenous hunger. An immortal Qilin. The immortal feed panicked and tried to flee, but the Qilin's roar suppressed them. It opened its mouth and inhaled, devouring everything and converting it into pure essence. The old man stood frozen, eyes wide. The Qilin licked its lips and shook its massive head. Gazing greedily at the green radiance on the cultivators' foreheads, it was clearly still not full. The short old man turned deathly pale and hurriedly took out a translucent brush, its bristles pure white. The moment it appeared, an overwhelming pressure spread out, even causing the Qilin to reveal fear. Wang Lin, you recognize immortal feed, but do you know this? This is an immortal artifact I brought down from the immortal realm, used to enlighten lower realm cultivators. Wang Lin did not answer. He summoned the god-slaying war chariot and calmly said, "You may be mid-stage ascendant, but like the immortal gods, you lack origin energy." The secret exposed, the old man raged, spitting immortal blood and using the brush to draw a rune. The moment it formed, vast power surged outward. For the first time, astonishment appeared in Wang Lin's eyes, only to be instantly replaced by fervent excitement. This rune was identical to the one he had studied for countless years on the Sun Dragon path. Battle intent erupted as Wang Lin shouted, "Thunder Beast!" Heavenly lightning descended. The Thunder Beast manifested, letting out a thunderous roar that drew down a storm of lightning. At the same time, the Qilin Beast roared as well, Gen, shaking the immortal feed free from the cultivators' foreheads and devouring it whole. The incoming rune was shattered piece by piece under the relentless lightning. The old man's face drained of all color as he turned and fled. Naturally cowardly and fearful of death his entire life, he had only dared to act tyrannically by relying on immortal feed and immortal guards. The moment he encountered Wang Lin, someone capable of truly contending with a mid-stage ascendant, his true colors were laid bare. Wang Lin chased with eyes red. In his view, the old man was nothing more than a walking treasure vault. For half an hour, the old man unleashed every escape divine ability he had. Yet Wang Lin used great teleportation, intercepting him more than 30,000 li away. Driven into a corner, the old man hurled the immortal brush into the void and accelerated away, shouting from afar, "The immortal brush has entered the void. Good luck ever finding it." Wang Lin's expression did not change. He released Shu Liguo, who rode the black blade to pursue the immortal brush, while Wang Lin himself continued the chase. In utter despair, the old man took out a green net, activating it as he muttered pleadingly, "Immortal trapping. Net, you must recognize your true enemy. Don't bind me." But in his heart, fear had already overwhelmed everything. Ever since acquiring the immortal trapping net, the old man had secretly tested it. The first time it bound him for 3 full days. The second time the same. Only the third time did it finally bind. A piece of wood. That lingering humiliation had never faded. Holding the immortal trapping net, he understood clearly he was nothing but a hollow mid-stage ascendant. Before Wang Lin, who had grasped his own Dao escape, was futile. Better to gamble once. If he could bind Wang Lin for 3 days, he could flee. If not, he would capture him alive and refine him into a true low-grade immortal guard. The very existence described in the jade slip that had obsessed him for years. Space ahead flickered as Wang Lin appeared. The old man screamed and hurled the immortal trapping net. It spread instantly, covering heaven and earth as green radiance surged from both sky and ground, closing in. Bind him at all costs. Wang Lin snorted coldly and was about to teleport when the green radiance suddenly accelerated. But its target was not Wang Lin. It was the old man. "Don't bind me. Don't bind me." He fled in panic, unleashing every divine ability he had, yet all were useless. The green radiance closed in the immortal trapping net, wrapped tightly around him, and dragged him straight before Wang Lin. In over 700 years of cultivation, this was the first time Wang Lin had ever seen an enemy bound by his own magic treasure and delivered right to him. He froze for a brief moment, then could not help but laugh. Never seen someone deliver himself. The old man trembled with rage. So what if my magic treasure turned against me? The rare smile on Wang Lin's face vanished. He grabbed the old man, his figure flashing as he disappeared. Most cultivators had long since fled. Only Sun Ronan remained standing, dazed and staring at the sky. Wang Lin returned his cold gaze, sweeping over the area, then directly seized Sun Ronan and flew away. "By what right do you seize me?" She struggled. "Silence," she sneered coldly. "I know you want me as a furnace cauldron." Wang Lin glanced at her, his eyes devoid of emotion, as though looking at a corpse. "You are not qualified." With a single step, he vanished tens of thousands of li away. In the distance, Sun Yunshan waited anxiously when a streak of light tore through the air. It was Wang Lin. Wang Lin descended Sun Ronan in his left hand and the ancestor in his right. Sun Yunshan first cried out in relief upon seeing his sister, then trembled upon realizing the ancestor had been captured. Wang Lin tossed Sun Ronan aside and summoned the Killin Beast to devour all immortal seeds, lifting every restriction. After a few brief words, he teleported away, leaving the siblings' entanglements behind. Within the pagoda of the soul-refining tribe, Wang Lin bound the old man with the immortal trapping net, deployed the three-talent sword formation, and interrogated him. Before the soul extraction art, the old man collapsed in fear and confessed. His name was Huang Yu, a cultivator of the Xuanwu sect. He had once fled into the land of monster spirits, stumbled into an abandoned cave abode, and obtained the immortal seed, immortal brush, immortal trapping net, and a mysterious jade slip. At that moment, Shu Liguo returned with the immortal brush. Wang Lin grasped the brush as immortal energy poured in. Golden light erupted, illuminating the entire pagoda. Before the stunned onlookers, he drew 3 complete runes in succession, his presence like that of an immortal descending to the mortal world. The old man screamed, "Immortal Emperor." As the golden light faded, Wang Lin questioned him further using heavenly demonic sound, then sealed Huang Yu's primordial spirit, waiting for the immortal trapping net to expire. 3 days later, Wang Lin searched the storage pouches and discovered a peculiar jade slip. The instant his divine sense entered, he was shaken to the core. The jade slip recorded 3 immortal treasures, a low-grade immortal art fixation technique, and a message left by Qinglin Immortal Emperor for his daughter Qing Shuang, immortal general of the Wuqi immortal realm. Wang Lin fell silent. Of the 3 immortal treasures, he had only seen 2. The third Ling Sao was meant to be paired with the Wuchai sword immortal. A name suddenly surfaced in his mind: the female corpse within the pagoda. Wang Lin summoned the white-robed female corpse, sliced her wrist with Ling Tianho's sword qi, and forced out a single drop of blood. He placed that drop upon the jade slip. Crack! The seal on the jade slip shattered. Wang Lin's eyes flashed with sharp brilliance. "So, whether you truly are Qing Shuang or not, we will soon know."